Alright, what is up, guys? Just doing a quick video going over my my ladder matches so far. So format library launched the wind-up format, quote-unquote wind-up format, aka REDU format, seasonal ladder. So I've been trying to, promote it, encourage people to post up in there, play in there, talk shit a little bit. And yeah, I've played the last couple days. There are a couple people that have played a ton of matches. There's 24 people that have played at least 3 matches. I know there's some that have not played 3 matches, so they're not on here. But yeah, this is gonna be going on until like October or something. And I put up some prizing for whoever can, claim the throne, take first, as well as Worlds invites. But yeah, I'll just cover my matches real quick. I'm tryharding a little bit. I've just been playing Girgia Karakuri. I think it's the only... Yeah, I've only played Girgia Karakuri. And I guess I won't show my list just because hopefully, I'll queue into all you guys. But it's very close to what I played in, Pittsburgh. I just topped with. But yeah, so we will just get started. I'm going to try to go through these quick because I've already played. You guys saw 12 matches. But here's my first match against Dennis. I'm gonna fast forward some parts because my monitor literally stopped working the last week or so. Oh, and let's not show hands. So yeah, we lose dice. You already know that's classic. And then we open this shit hand. Fortress, Birdman. Birdman I love obviously, but Fortress not the best card. And I'm just gonna normal summon my Thunder King. I believe I might crash in, or I might just let it go, and I assume he's playing agents because he usually does, so I might just put him in a position where he has to try to attack over. He could be playing Lance, which would be a little bit annoying, but I don't want to give him a main phase 1 to normal summon an Earth. There's 12 games, so I'm going to try to go through these quick, but basically we got nothing going on. I think I drew a 3rd trap, and I didn't want to set it. Yeah, drew Phoenix Chain. I didn't want to set it because we're asking for trouble, and I don't think I need it. He does finally swing in, and then there's the Earth. Yep. So I do play Call of the Haunted, and this is the kind of scenario where Call of the Haunted would go crazy, but I don't have it. Oh yeah, this is when my monitor goes out. Nice. But yeah, I just let him summon the Earth. It's not really worth it to try to keep agents off of getting to their engine this way. If I were to try to... if I were gonna burn my my warning is my only way to deal with a Hyperion right now. Sorry. So yeah, I am I elect to just let him get that summon off. Draw into Watchdog. You already know this deck is honestly, if it's nice. I haven't been playing Wind-Up, so I've been playing this. That I can't just get taken completely out of the game. That turn 1 Thunder King normal summon would have been a lot to deal with on wind-ups, and then games 2 and 3 obviously are brutal. But this Girgia Karakuri deck has not been the most kind to me. You'll see me draw Watchdog all the time in these awkward hands and not draw armor, but I'm at least playing the game, so it's been nice playing Girgia Karakuri. And then okay, we see that I've set 4. I said fuck it, you don't have Heavy Storm. We've established you don't have Heavy Storm. You've been summoning into my back row. We're setting 4. That's crazy. But I also know that I want to use some of these traps because he searched his Venus, and the MST is useless basically against his deck. So here we could warning his effect at some point, but my Compulse is not getting any better than hitting a Gotchi, and this is just reminding me. I think it's showing. Yeah, my monitor literally goes out, and I had intended to MST this back row behind the Venus before I bring down my Fortress, just in case it's a Tretch, if that's what he's playing. And then I summon my Fortress, so I'm okay, I'm not gonna MST the back row now, and it ends up costing me a lot. So you'll see. Goes Gotchi. And then, this Maniac set Dark Hole, and now I'm in a weird spot, and I believe I elect to just compulse my Fortress rather than compulse his Gotchi or Fiendish his Gotchi, because I'm thinking he might just let his Gotchi die, because this would put him at 4 fairies for Christia. So I elect to just compulse my own monster, but he actually doesn't. So now I'm fearing a Hyperion, of course, which he has. That's what the warning is for. And then I draw Reborn, and you can see, like, we're 9 cards in. All we found is Watchdog, Birdman, not looking too hot. He finds his Dua. This is another great time to have a Call of the Haunted. Did he grab an MST? Okay, he gets a Monster Reborn, so we know he wants that Hyperion back. So I'm about to just take that Hyperion from him. I don't attack into the set monster because I do not want to swing into a Sangan or give him 4 fairies for Christia. So I just take the material off of the Gotchi. We know he has Reborn. We're fearing Christia. Goes TGU. Hit it with the chain. And then he takes my tuner. This is so annoying when people do this because it's like giving them tuners. Yeah. Like, it didn't do anything for me, but it's going to do something for them is annoying. But, yeah, I believe he tells me he doesn't have Black Rose, which is crazy. So I was going to have to Judgment the Black Rose and set him up for a nice Christia. But he actually is forced, there's no Goyo, so that actually really hurt him that he did not have Black Rose in his extra deck, and I can just Judgment his Christia. Yeah. So, I decide here I am not going to kill his tour guide because I don't want to give him a dark. And obviously this tour guide is not able to crash right now because of the Fiendish Chain, but he just gets another tour guide, which, like, this sucks. Now I'm getting punished for leaving that tour guide for him. And now once somebody summons Acid Golem, shit, I have to hurry up. This is going to take forever. I got 12 games. I'm just going to go fast. But yeah, once somebody summons Acid Golem, I'm always getting hungry to just make them kill themselves with that Acid Golem, because it's such a liability. He can't do anything right now. But yeah, so it's just awkward because this is a Book of Moon. So if I were to book his Acid Golem, it lets him special summon while it's face down. And also... he doesn't have to flip it, so it won't burn him. It won't be forced to detach on the standby phase. And I don't want to pop his Sangan with my Fortress because it just gives him like an orange light, which I definitely don't want him to have for this armor. So I do just have to pop the Acid Golem, which is fine. Then he brings down the Thunder King. This is very, very, very strange behavior, putting a Thunder King next to a Sangan, but he just doesn't want me getting my armor off. So I just flip up my armor and then kill the Sangan while it's next to the Thunder King to punish him. I still have a book, which is my only defense from a Chaos monster right now. So we've seen 1 Hyperion, no Sork, no BLS, so those are definitely threats right now. And we've seen all 3 Shine Balls, so all his cards are good. He sets 2, so I'm expecting this is like MST Lance, and he's trying to protect the Lance. Actually, no, it can't be an MST, because why wouldn't he MST? Wouldn't he MST one of my back row? Maybe he's scared of getting MST'd. Yeah, maybe it is an MST back there. I draw into my second Thunder King. Book, awesome card. He can't Lance his Thunder King, even if he has second Lance, because then he would die by battle. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to search the best card in my deck, MK2. I have an Arsenal. Okay, yeah, this is an important line for people to know. So I have an Arsenal in my graveyard, which can get me to a Girgiano, which can get me to this level 4 tuner in my graveyard. So getting the Watchdog in the graveyard early with Fortress is like big synergy. So I'm about to make a board. I don't fear or respect any back row and agents. Obviously, the time for him to treacherous trap hole me is gone. So I get to just do whatever I want now. I am probably going to Scrap Dragon pop this in case it was another spell, but like there's really no spell besides like Duality that he would put down. But another reason why I wanted to do this was actually just to get my MK2 to hand for the crackback, because MK2 for the crackback, because I floated my Axel, gives me rank 3 follow-up, or I can Black Rose, and I have this Thunder King, so he can't bring down a BLS if he just tries setting a monster or something. But he doesn't do anything, and yeah, then the Scrap Dragon plays through Gores as well. So I just put down the Thunder King, and I think he's got nothing. He has a Trag, yeah, it's not going to do it. So he must have just drawn into that second orange light, or else he would have, yeah, or else he would have hit me. Yeah, I haven't watched these replays, so I don't know what he had, but we're going to have to hustle because, damn, this is going to take forever. Okay, so this is a beautiful hand. Dimensional Prison's a little sus into agents because obviously it gets cooked by Hyperion. They side into Decree. They main deck Lance. So this is a little sus, but it is like kind of a nice answer to boss monsters. So like I don't hate keeping it in. I also probably don't have a ton to side for agents. I definitely brought in the macros. And then he sets 2, so I'm just like, this is probably like Decree MST kind of shit, which is frustrating. But going second, I might have Heavy Storm in against him. I don't know for sure. But I don't expect the Treacherous post-board. I expect him to have Decree. So I'm pretty sure my play can go through. So I'll just let it play. But I'll just talk about kind of my thinking. I don't really feel the need to Dark Hole this Dark Mist because I can Maystroke it. I can Dimensional Prison it, although I'm not really counting on Dimensional Prison clearing this because I expect that he's going to have Decree. But yeah, most likely I'm comfortable going into a Gigant that's floating and swinging over his Venus, and then the other one, am I gonna Maystroke this? It actually would not be a bad move to Maystroke this. Or am I just gonna go double Gigant? Yeah, I go double Gigant. Okay. So I actually could have Maystroked this, but it gives him a Dark Engrave, and it gives him, and it makes it so that I just have a Maystroke rather than a second Gigant. So it doesn't put pressure on the follow-up because he doesn't have a way to clear both Gigants, and he also has to find a way to clear the Giano that floats as well. So if he does not have Decree, if he has like Lance MST kind of thing, then like this gets, I just win. But if he has the Decree, which I expect that he does, and he does, then his Dark Mist is still not really threatening double Gigant, and there's a good possibility that I end up getting to resolve another search, and if I resolve a search for a Birdman and he doesn't have a hand trap, it is over. So let's see. And here is the issue. If he just normal summons Earth, that can't even clear my floating Giano. And he searches a 1600 vanilla because Venus is already used. So like, this is kind of the position I wanted. Even though, like, if that Decree didn't go up and I was able to deprison, that would have been money. I'm still fine because now this is going to float Giano. And he orange lights. He must have, oh yeah, he just added, that's interesting. So, you know what? I actually don't really agree with what he did unless he just drew into the orange light. Oh, he did. Okay. Okay, because you already let me get my search with that Gigant, so I definitely would have just orange lighted it the first time, but yeah, that wasn't an option. Okay, I'm lucky he just drew that orange light. Looks like he keeps drawing orange light just too late. But yeah, this is why I held the Dark Hole, was because that Venus play sets him up to 4 fairies. So I didn't want to Dark Hole the Dark Mist, and then he drops a Christia with the Decree backing it up. That's why I wanted to just see if I was going to be able to deal with it a different way. But yeah, I draw into an MST, which is like obviously shmoney, like absolute cash. He lets me get my second search off, so getting 2 searches off this Gigant, that's rough. And then the Dark Hole, the one of Dark Hole, very lucky to have it. Yeah, he's having some technical difficulties there. And then, yeah, I forced him to draw a Brick Christia. He has 6 fairies engraved, so he needs a Hyperion to not brick, but now I have this MST for the decree. And I go into a Roach because he has a Dark, he has an Agent, so now he has like 5 scary inherent summons. Might even be siding Cyber Dragon. And I have the MK2 anyways. So I decided to go into Roach because I'm scared of Hyperion. And he has second decree. That's tough. He opened double decree. And he set them both pretty bold. He must think that I side out Heavy Storm, even going second. And then he sets this. It's like, is this third decree, bro? Like, what is this? And I draw into second MST, which is fucking lit. And I was just going to go for lethal there, but he actually drew into the orange light again. Oh, no. He drew in... No, I knew he had orange light, and I knew he was drawing into Christia. Yeah. Okay, so I knew that he had that live. But yeah, regardless of what he hit, I'm going to be able to protect my Roach. Either I was going to keep a deep prison or I was going to keep a warning. I'm pretty sure he rips Tour Guide right off the top. Yeah, like this was like his best draw. Like, but I have the warning fortunately. But yeah, he just ripped the Tour Guide. That was kind of crazy. And then I believe I ripped my dog, and that is game 1. Undefeated 1-0. Let's go. All right, next game. All right, next game is up against Dom. I believe he's playing a spicy deck in this one. We're going to try to go quick. You already know I lose the dice roll. You already know. We open Thunder King. This card, very awkward all the time. I really don't know if I should be maining it. Like, I really am maining it to, like, help my wind-up matchup, but it's like I'm already really good into wind-ups. It helps the hero matchup, but I'm already really good into hero. It's just awkward. And I've tried Card D in this spot before, and I hate Card D in this deck, so maybe I'll like Card D more with, like, I added the second fortress. I don't know. This is definitely, like, questionable. But hey, at least it crashes with his Thunder King. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. He's playing Mirror Force. Yeah, Dom plays some, like, more spicy decks. So, Mirror Force in the main, you know, not typical, but yeah. That is, you know, it can happen. And then, yeah, he plays Chow Len. This is a rekindling target, so this is kind of crazy, actually. I was considering Solemn Warning this, but, like, it just fuels his rekindling, so it doesn't feel great. But you know what? I probably should have just warninged it. And then if he does go rekindling later, I can compulse the synchro. Yeah, I probably should have, whoops. I probably should have warninged this. But then I chain my compulse, hit his Thunder King, he's got the Lance, so he's just like styling on me right now. Hits me for 29. And now I have to deal with this fucking Chow Len. And he's got a back row. Yeah, that's tough. Imagine it's an MST here? No, there's no way. It's another Lance. So at least Chow Len is too small for my armor. So I'm in an okay spot. I mean, kind of a horrible spot. But he's got the tuner. And that Chow Len turned off this warning, and he has rekindling, so it's like, bro. That Chow Len actually cooked. I really needed to Solemn Warning that. Maybe I was... Yeah, it's probably a mistake in hindsight. And he goes Pap, push for damage. He actually could have made another synchro. He could have gone, like, Scrap Dragon. I don't know his last card. It's Card Trooper. Okay. Did he normal summon? Yeah, he normal summoned the tuner. So, he could have... He knows that this is warning that can't be used, so I actually think it would have been better if he went Scrap Dragon Maystroke. Then I don't get my search. He actually gave me a Giano search there. So if he went Scrap Dragon Maystroke, pop, then like I'm like scooping, because yeah. And then this warning will be dead because it'll hit me for 28 plus 18, 36, 46. Yeah, that was definitely the play there. But he gives me this Gear Giano, which gives me a chance, but it's just tough because what I'm hoping to do is be able to go Zenmain's Crash into the Pap, take 600, go down to 200, and then pop the Thought Ruler and then set my chain. Yeah. And then depending on what his card is, maybe I can survive. But he has a Card Trooper. So I can't survive this. There's like no way. And I can't put my Zenmains to defense position because of this Pap. So I lose. Okay, first game going first though. Let's go. So am I going to make an obscene board? No, it's not that obscene. I drew the strategist, unfortunately, because had I not drawn the strategist, I could have... Yeah, it would have been obscene. Yeah. But I drew the strategist. And he has Valor. But that's nice because he Valors at -1, kind of. I mean, I synchroed at -1, kind of. But now I have armor plus Solemn Judgment, kind of cooking. So here I'm playing into Warning for the first time, so I'm just going to beret my set monster. So this is not a summon, but it will trigger the armor, you know, style on him a little bit. Then I flip summon it. Okay, I couldn't strategist there. I'm just going to make a floating Gigant. So here, because I saw Mirror Force game 1, even though my Gigant is floating, I believe I elect not to attack because I am going to have so much advantage next turn when my Gigant resolves again, and I'm backed up by Judgment. I'd rather just draw into trap cards. He summons the Chowlen again, and now Chowlen hits my Solemn Judgment, and then watch this. He flips a Fossil Dyna. Crazy. That was crazy. So he's cooking me with this Chowlen right now. He bluff set the duality. Does that mean he has like... Wow, he just did it because he's different. That's crazy. He didn't even special summon last turn, so I don't know why he didn't duality. That was really weird, actually. I missed what he added off that. Thunder King, Chowlen, MST, added MST, and then he... Is he swinging in without MST? Oh, he knows this is Judgment. Then he sets the MST, and he MSTs... I don't know. I don't really know his moves, but he's definitely keeping me on my toes. Alright, MST Snipe 1. It's a Book of Moon. And I was actually about to... So he has the Solemn Warning, which sucks. But yeah, I was actually about to go Strategist, change his Chowlen to defense position. And then the Fossil Dyna actually cannot attack over my Strategist. So it was basically just to like slow the duel down. Because if I attack over his Dyna with like my Accelerator... Like, what does that really achieve for me? I'm just going to be inviting him to like win off like a normal summon, like a magician, like a Flamvell Magician. So I just was comfortable sitting on the Strategist, but he hits me for 1,000,000 damage, and I'm about to lose. I'm about to lose in humiliating fashion 2-0 to this Chowlen deck. So shout out to Dom. I'm in a horrible position. So I just cleared the Fossil Dyna finally. That thing put in like the absolute most work. But I'm at 100. We saw he's on PAP. So like I have nothing I can really do now. Because no matter what I do, he can go into PAP. Like if I go Stardust, he can attack over me with Pearl for game. Because I didn't draw any traps. And if I go PAP... if I put like Zenmains in defense, or if I put anything in defense, he can PAP it to attack. Like, I have to basically just stick big monsters on the board and hope that it's enough. I guess actually, I could have, you know, this is the first time I'm evaluating this game. I actually could have reborned his Dyna, and that would have given me another turn, but I don't think it's the best play. This is actually a time where Big Eye would be nice. I don't have Big Eye in this extra deck, but man, I wish I do. Wish I did. If I were able to Big Eye take one of his guys, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna go back into Scrap Dragon because I want to force him to have Rekindling. It's like you have one card in hand. It's a Fire Dog, so it's like you have one card in hand. So even though I'm putting a Rekindling target in graveyard, I'm forcing his one card to be Rekindling. And I'm just thinking like, this is not the easiest board to kill me through. I guess I could put down the Fortress, but like I'm just playing harder into Dark Hole at that point. It's like you're not going to clear two bodies with one monster, one Rekindling monster in grave. The best he can probably do is Gem Knight Pearl Crash with me. But he actually just rips Rekindling. So yeah. He does just crash with Pearl. He tells me after this duel that he actually had a lethal line, if you guys can figure it out. But yeah, I'm able to just steal this one with my Leviair, which is an awesome rank 3 in this deck. Not everyone runs. And we just steal that one. Alright, sorry. Rudely interrupted. Getting back to it. Yeah, he realized that he actually could have gone Stroke into Butterfly and killed me there, but he missed it. Yeah, that would have done exactly 100 damage. Okay, and then game 3, you already know. We open MK2 Strategist Watchdog. You already know. Let's go. So yeah, we lose here. I mean, this hand is just like instant lose. Yeah, so we're forced to just Watchdog over his Card Trooper. That never feels good. But like if I set the Watchdog, his Card Trooper gets over it. And then I just set double MST, the Illusion of Strength, you know. And okay, let me just stop and talk about this. So he doesn't realize that Watchdog goes to defense position when it's attacked, because there's a ton of text on these Karakuri cards and no one wants to read them. So yeah, that's a little oof from him, a little oopsie. And then I don't end phase space his new back row, because in general in Redo format, people want to get their summon stops down first. So I expect if he has a warning, it's going to be on one of these 3. And it's not like a card, like what is chainable if I do it on the following turn? Like what chainable cards could I be punished by targeting? It's like Compulse, like what else? You know what I mean? So Compulse doesn't deal with this Watchdog, not that it's a big house threat or anything, but yeah, so that's why I don't end phase MST. Here I'm in a horrible position, like I said, so I am going to just try to get through these back row. And I don't find the summon stop, which is definitely worrisome, but I also don't really have much choice. He also only has 1 card in hand. But yeah, I'm just going to go for the Stardust Dragon. I did snipe his Mirror Force, but I do expect that he has like a bottomless still. So I'm just hoping that Stardust gets through where the Barredo wouldn't have, and then Barredo isn't even like replacing itself because I drew the Strategist again. But yeah, these Karakuris have been, you know, loving me. But anyways, this Stardust actually gets me there. I don't really feel the need to summon anything. And then I'm drawing traps that the Stardust is backed up by, so it's getting stronger. I draw into the Soul Taker. I don't know what this was for. Thunder King Dinah, I guess. He end phase MSTs. I don't get that one because my Stardust just comes back. And that's that. Yeah, so he drew the warning too late, and he actually did have a bottomless and Starlight Road. This card sucks. But yeah, I was able to get through with just a Stardust that last game. I drew horrible. But yeah, we got there. So on to the next one. Oh, it's another one against Dom. Okay, we won't show hands. I lost dice, 3rd in a row. You already know. And I opened Birdman with armor, and he's now on Gravekeepers. Oh, whoa. Sorry, this is going too fast. Okay, so he's on Gravekeepers. He wins dice, opens with Royal Tribute, and sorry, did he discard a card? I think so. Yeah, he sent the Descendant, and then he set, this could be a Spy or a Recruiter, we don't know, but the cards that Gravekeepers are excited to set are Spy and Recruiter. Yeah, he hit my armor, because I went second. I need to work on that. And I opened Call of the Haunted into Gravekeepers, which is awkward, but I have the MST at least for the Necro Valley, so yeah. And Phoenix Chain's good against them, because Descendant can't like tribute itself, so it goes +1 into Descendant, which is pretty sick. But yeah, I am just going to space his back row and then get my arsenal down. I don't space the Necro Valley to turn on my Call of the Haunted because I don't want to play into this back row. I know that he has either Spire or recruiter here, and 1 card. Oh, and I know the 1 card, right? Because he had to show it, right? Sorry, I was fast forwarding on turn 1. Let's just do this again. Shit. Okay. Let's do this again. So he must have revealed, yeah, it's Necro Valley. Okay, so I knew that it was Necro Valley. Did I know that this was book? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I know that that's book, and I know his hand is Necro Valley, so I know he's literally Necro Valley, and either Spy or Recruiter, and I have the Fiendish for the Spy, and it's Recruiter, it's not getting through this armor, so I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. Like, you have 1 card to draw to stop me from going plus. And and it doesn't stop this armor, but I do not want to just special Accelerator and go GGX, because it's not that good here. I'm just going to go double armor, because now, again, I'm giving him 1 draw to, like, basically now he needs Dark Hole, because now even, like, a Descendant is not enough. So now I'm going plus 1,000,000. Let's see if I play this properly. Okay, so I special the Axle. Now I am playing into Torrential because the Axle can't float with Necro Valley up. And I'm going to overlay with my armor. Yeah, that's not correct. I definitely am just going to special the other Axle. Yep, that is correct. Okay. He has the Compulse. So I'm chill, just put this back down. Yep, I'm good to just chill here. He had the Compulse 1 time. Can he get it again? No. Now he has no back row, so now I only have 1 Accelerator left, but I also, I just drew the MST for the Necro Valley, so I can search an MK2, which can actually resolve its effect, and my Call of the Haunted can resolve its effect, so I'm just going to kill him, though. I don't have a tuner in the graveyard, so I have to get that Birdman with a GGX. I get the Giano just to float, get it out of the deck. So here I actually could have bounced the MK2 for follow-up, but I just do the all-in play, which is actually not even necessary. And I'm going to set this armor, which again is not necessary because I'm out of Axles, but it'll give me discard fodder for the Fortress. So again, I'm just thinning, and I think I have like Judgment down or something. Oh no, I don't have Judgment down, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna kill him. Oh yeah, I think I fucked this up because now I can't even go into. I should have, yeah. When I went strategy, yeah, this is just bad. I didn't need to go strategist there to flip my armor. I just am always trying to be like conscious of like how long I take, so that I do end up rushing a little bit. But yeah. I fuck up. I was trying to get to Scrap Dragon, and yeah, I fucked up. So I think I have so much damage that it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's a bad look. So I look at his cards, and now I can Fiendish Chain in the because it's not the damage step, so I'm able to Fiendish Chain this Spy, and I just kill him. Again, I could have made a Big Eye here, and then Call the Haunted, but yeah, I don't think it makes a difference. I'm just gonna kill him. This is just like a big combo turn because he let my armor sit. Did not put any pressure on me. Now I open this Thunder King again. He opens card, which is pretty good. But I open my armor, so I wonder... Oh, so it looks like I'm going to check for back row. Yep, he has a bottomless. I was actually hoping to hit a warning there. And I was just going to push a little damage. But he did not warning my... I didn't actually confirm that he didn't have warning there, because he bottomless my Fortress, which is better than warning. But yeah, he could have had warning here, but he didn't. And now I'm just going to go for it, because I don't think he has warning. And it looks like he doesn't have Torrential at this point. He might have Blackhorn. We get to check now. But he also very well could have Blackhorned the Fortress. So now I'm thinking he probably just has like Starlight Road. So I'm just going to get my +1, draw. I get the second fortress, and this is going to be a Stardust Dragon. Nice. So here I'm probably thinking about a Reborn, but it's not. Because the Reborn can die if he gets to Necro Valley, and I don't have a way to Scrap Dragon. Yeah, let's see what I do. I do want to use the Reborn. Okay, cool. I'm not going to kill him through a Spy, though. Here I'm really greedy. I end up warning that Spy. That is, like, horrible on my part. Like, just horrible. Horrible play. And then I don't attack with the Stardust because it's not lethal and I don't want to lose to D-Prison. And then he hits me with the Cyber Dragon. Also, I realized afterwards, he just top-decked this side. Like, he top-decked crazy in our first match, and then he just top-decked Cyber Dragon with nothing. That was crazy. Yeah, he had nothing, but he just ripped Cyber Dragon. And I was just like, geez, like, I don't even think about Cyber Dragon in this format. That's crazy. Tries contacting my face down. Illegal. But yeah, now I'm cooked. That was just crazy. But yeah, then he swings into the Known Armor, which is, like, very strange. I was confused by this. I was like, you better drop Trag? Like, what are you doing? You gonna Soul Taker me? Like, I don't get it. But yeah, he swings into Known Armor. I have no idea why. So he still has no warning, even though I didn't put him under warning, which was a mistake. And, okay, let's just pause, because I know I'm trying to go fast, but let's talk about the position. I believe he has a Starlight Road down. It does not look like he has any summon stops, and he could have D-Prison, but I don't know that he does. I am going to... So I summoned my MK2. In order to clear this, I could get to a Beret, but I burned one of them. So I could get to a Beret and clear this. That's actually pretty nice. Because I can go Arsenal into Guiano into Watchdog. And then I can Beret. I don't summon from deck, and I just clear this. But I also can just go really shelled up, and I can go Zenmain's Crash into this, pop this, and I can also go Gigant. And my Gigant can get the, actually, it probably should have been get Gear Frame. No, because I'm out of searches, because I drew my second fortress. But yeah, so I'm going to first go for Zenmain's, I hope. Yeah, and I'm going to bump with the Assailant, and then I'm probably going to special the Axle, yup. And this can be a Gigant. It also could have been, I suppose, a Maestroke to set this fortress and then just clear that way. But I'm just going to hope he doesn't draw Necro Valley, and now my Gigant floats. Like, even if this Zenmain's runs into a D-Prison, my Gigant will still float into that Guiano. Yeah, that Guiano. And now I have a D-Prison as well. So, okay, so that ends up just working out. But he finds the Necro Valley there. And now he plays the Gravekeeper's Steel. So when he plays the Gravekeeper's Steel here, and I know that this middle one is a new set, I know that this card is a Starlight Road, because what was the point of setting the Steel this whole time? Unless you were trying to turn on a Starlight Road in a deck that definitely plays 1 to 2 Starlight Roads. But anyways, now that he has Necro Valley and I can't Gigant grab the... well, I actually don't have the MK2 anymore, but I can't, like... I don't have any access to synchro plays. I definitely set it out my Call of the Haunted. Now, I don't have a way to get over that 2500 defense Gravekeeper Spy unless I can clear this Necro Valley somehow. So, what I'm going to do is just play into Starlight Road with my Birdman. and hope that he has the Starlight Road. If he doesn't have Starlight Road, I get to keep my Zenmains and my Gigant Floats, and that's just lethal. Especially with Fortress in hand. And if he do have Starlight Road, and he summons it in attack position, I can just Fortress into this Stardust and then pop his set Spy that I know about from the Steel. And then the last card was Royal Tribute. So he didn't draw really very many traps. Kind of crazy in the Gravekeeper deck. But yep, that was the third game on the ladder. Let's try to move a little faster. Fourth game. First game going first. Hype, 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 hype. I'm up against Siki. I opened 5 traps and an accelerator. So I'm probably... Whoa. I'm probably not going to set the... yeah, I'm not going to set the accelerator because he doesn't even know what I'm playing. He goes really fast, just summons Lila. I was thinking about Fiendish Chaining if he activated the effect, but he doesn't. Obviously, I'm not going to Judgment the Lila normal summon. So he swings in, and I end up just getting a nice juicy D-Prison, which is great. But yeah, now I know he's playing Chaos Dragons. I draw the MK2, that sucks. And then I just set the Koth, just in case I draw into like a Arsenal, and I want to make some crazy play, or like a Fortress. Nah, actually, I guess I didn't need to set the Call to Haunt. It also... is one more card that maybe won't get sniped by the like if he has like MST Storm, like it's one more card to disguise, but he should know that it's one of these 3 that was initially down if I have Solemn Judgment, Starlight Road. So maybe I didn't really need to set the Call to Haunted because I'm really struggling coming up with a scenario where I'd want to play the Call to Haunted on the next turn. And now I lock up my back row. So that's not good. He flip summons his Raikou, and now I can think about if I want to Solemn Warning the flip summon, but and I have to do that before he targets. And if I don't want to do that and I want to Fiendish Chain it, then I give him like a very nice sack fodder for the Pulsar Dark Flare. So this is just an awkward position where Raikou's actually really good. But I just let it through, and then if he hits something like Judgment, I'll just Fiendish Chain it. And he ends up hitting the Call to Haunted, which was like my worst card, so I guess I just knew setting Call to Haunted was right. So I let that go, but I'm worried about his mills, and yup, he mills Pulsar, Dark Flare, 2 Darks and a Light. Yeah, pretty good. So then he drops his Pulsar. Do I have Bottomless? No, I don't. So I have to Warning this. Yeah, I have to Warning this because it's going to hit me for 25 anyways. Take a card at least. Insulting, he hits me for 200. Very rude. Finally, I draw my armor. So here I could go normal armor special Axel. I guess that would be a scenario where Call to Haunted would have been okay to be down, I guess. If I wanted to like go double Gigant, but like, I don't know, man. Seems unnecessary. But anyways, yeah, so I draw the armor. So I don't want him to have Tribute Fodder, so I do just swing in. I guess I'm announcing what deck I'm playing by doing this, but I just can't imagine he would be swinging at a set monster anyways. I just don't want... I don't want him to have Tribute Fodder, and like I want him to have to banish his only Dark if he's gonna special a Chaos Monster. And I also wanted to check for Tragodia because I have a Fiendish Chain, which is nice for the Tragodia. Okay, so here he goes Recharge, and I Judgment this, absolutely. I love Solemn Judgment on Recharge because it's a +1. Got to take those when you can get them. He Dark Holes, and I could Compulse my armor. That's what I was thinking about here. And Compulse is probably not getting better into the Chaos Dragon matchup, but I have an MK2 in my hand anyways, so I just let this go. And then he summons the Sork. I think I fuck up this turn. So he has no Darks in grave. I might Compulse that back to his hand. Yeah, I Compulse the Sork back to his hand. And I remember thinking, like, I don't know. I could have Fiendish Chained that, but I know it's going to be stuck in his hand. It's just awkward because he has a Pulsar, so now he could pitch it to special the Pulsar. He has it in his hand, which is always going to be dangerous. But I just didn't think I would get much more value out of the Compulse. And then immediately, I get punished, and this is a good learning moment. Had I Fiendished his Sork, he won't have that Darken Hand as fodder for his Light Pulsar, and I would have had my Compulse, so I could have Chainlinked to Compulse on the Veiler, and then gotten my MK2 back and resolved the effect and gotten armor. That would have been so shmoney. And then I get to, yeah, I don't know. That would have been nice. He would have had, like, one card in hand right now, and I would have had an armor on the field with a bottomless set. Like, that would have been pretty sick. And an Axle in hand. I don't know, bro. Sounds kind of nice. But yep, I get fucked. Or I fuck myself, rather. I elect not to set the Accelerator because I think that this is a Raikou and I think he'll flip summon. Pop my Accelerator and make it miss timing so it doesn't float. Here's a mistake again. I flipped the Fiendish Chain before he targets with his Raikou. I should have let him target because had he targeted the Compulse, I would have just bounced my MK2 back, but I flipped the Fiendish too quickly, idiot, and I get punished, of course, but now I get rewarded. I just draw right into the armor. Check again for Tragodia, and it is there, but it's not very big. It's smaller than my armor right now. Okay, so he pitches Sangan. So this is nice because I know like his hand. I know he has a Chaos Orc in hand. So I don't Compulse yet because I wait for his Tragodia to become level 3 so that he can't like somehow make a rank 6 play with his Sork in hand now that he pitched his Dark, the Sangan. And then I take my MK2 back, Compulse being awesome, even in the Chaos Dragon matchup. And then he brings down the Sork that I know about, but it wasn't going to be level 6, which is nice, so he couldn't Strike Balancer, but I just bottomless it anyways. And now he has a 600 attack Tragodia, not threatening me. And now I'm just going to go fast forward because I think I'm just going to kill him, bro. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think you guys have seen this enough times at this point. Like, once you get a turn with your armor, you will just kill them. Cool. And then I have the Scrap Dragon for the Gores, just in case. Yeah, I kind of make Scrap Dragon a lot, but yeah, it didn't really matter what I was going to do there. I was kind of cooking. I also could have Scrap Dragoned and gone into Stardust main 2 if I wanted to. Oh, let me pause this. This is a huge misplay. Huge misplay. Okay, let me do this real quick. Yeah, it's good to see some like really sloppy play. Learning moments, I guess you could say. But yeah, I massively misplay. I open with this awkward hand again, and here, this is just like so basic. So I'm hoping to snipe a Raikou right here with like my really low value Strategist, even though I don't hate Strategist because they'll go Leviathan sometimes and then Strategist beats over it, which is really funny. But this is just a horrible play. So the cards that they can set in Chaos Dragons are Raikou, Sangan, Eclipse Wyvern. Those are the sets. So, and Knight of Sandal, which is the same thing as Raikou, but those are the sets. So I was trying to force a Raikou so that I can set my back row safely and not be forced to Fiendish Chain it. So I should have gone Battle Phase, Main Phase 2, Strategist, target the Raikou, because I don't need to kill the Raikou. I just wanted to flip it. And I get so punished if this is like a Sangan, and it's actually an Eclipse Wyvern, and because I main phase 1 Strategist change it, I am forced to attack it. Like, so stupid, bro. But yeah, then we just set 3. Why did we set 3? Because cards like Macrocosmos and Bottomless lose value if they don't go down immediately. You have to have them down. And I think that this is going to be a decree over here anyways. But yeah, I got mega punished for that horrible turn 1 play, and now he has the Raikou. And I draw more traps. I already checked for Heavy Storm, so I just set them all because I'm probably going to lose to a Storm anyways. This is something that I think people aren't comfortable doing. But I'm up a game, my hand sucks, I'm getting hit for damage, and I've already confirmed he doesn't have Heavy Storm, he has to draw it. So I'm just going to get my traps down, and I'll be a little hasty with them so I can hurry up and get value out of them. I draw into a second Bottomless, and I don't feel the need to put it down. He does flip his Raikou. I am going to let him target because I don't even have a warning or anything. Oh, I do have a warning, but I'm not going to warning his Raikou. He targets the Fiendish Chain, so I just chain it. And now I am going to think on res because... and I'm asking if he's chaining to the Fiendish Chain. And now I'm thinking on res because I don't want him to tribute summon over this Raikou and get a Light Engrave, so I'm just going to flip the macro now. Gets Torguide. Do I warning this? Yes, because he could go... So he could go into Sangan technically and hit me for like 2,000, which would be annoying. But then I can beat over it with the Axle. Not that I want to summon the Axle, so I just want to get that Torguide banished right away. Finally, I draw my armor. I'm ecstatic. And I only have one real trap card, which is the bottomless, so I just set the second bottomless. He finds MST, but he's forced to target the Macrocosmos. I hit him with Think Emoji just so that he thinks that I have Solemn Judgment here, because I had Force set, so I want him to think that this card is Judgment. But it's bottomless. So maybe I should have flipped this, actually. Maybe I should have flipped this bottomless so that he could continue thinking that this was Judgment, but I don't know if he even had that read. Especially people on ladder that are just playing fast, they might not even be like making reads, but... Okay, he chains the Treacherous, and this is like such a good Treacherous, actually. But when I saw the Treacherous, I was actually really happy, because that told me that he's not siding Decree, which is really what's scary in this matchup, so that's like a win for me. Draw Soul Taker. Yeah, this deck is not being too good to me. I just bluff set the Accelerator in the hopes of him like Dark Holing it, and he do. So that's huge. He goes -1 with Dark Hole, which is crazy. That's not a card to go -1 with. But that's the thing about Geargia is like, people are going to Dark Hole your set when they know you're on Geargia, so you do get the opportunity to play those mind games with the Accelerator. Like sometimes because of knock post board, you also don't want to set your Accelerator first. I'm sorry, your armor first, but yeah. So anyways, get my armor down. Now he draws the Storm. But I've gotten value out of all of my trap cards by now, so he just goes 1-for-1 with that Storm, so I'm okay with that exchange. Drops the Pulsar. This kind of sucks. So probably going to get an Axle so that I can, yeah, I'm going to go Gigant Float, and I'm going to have to Soul Taker that Light Pulsar. Not that he even has a he doesn't even have a target for it, so I don't even need the Soul Taker. This could be Smashing Ground is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I draw into Blackhorn, which is cash money, and he could Veiler this Giano, and I would be pretty cooked if he did. Actually no, because then he'd have to find a way to clear it through Blackhorn, because I'm gonna Soul Taker this. But does he even have the Veiler? No, we don't. He don't. See, I do all this before Soul Takering because I want him to, like, as he's making this decision, be like, okay, I don't care because I have a Pulsar. And I don't attack direct. So I could have attacked direct there because I didn't have anything for him to chain like an MST and drop Gores. And then Trag is not that scary, but it is a dark. I don't attack there because I'm gonna get a lot of advantage if my Gigant lives a turn. So I just want to play slow and resolve my Gigant again. And he just passes, which again kind of like screams like Trag Gores. But it could also just be bricked up Chaos Monsters or dead recharges, which is often the hands with Chaos Dragons. But it looks like he just drew into that Veiler. I don't know if he shuffled his hand or not, but he didn't Veiler me last turn, so he probably just drew it. Now I was thinking about going Soul of Silver Mountain in case this was like a bullshit like bluff set, like recharge kind of thing. But he shouldn't be doing that in my opinion anyways, because he could draw into Gores, because it hasn't been revealed. And I just don't want to go Soul of Silver Mountain and then he just chains MST, you know? But it's probably not MST. But anyways, yeah, I just elect to one time see if he has Trag, and then I won't attack the second time. I guess actually I could have attacked with Gigant. But yeah, it could be an MST into Gores, but it probably isn't. I don't know. I just know that if this armor flips, he's kind of cooked, and now I have 2 back row, and he already stormed me, so yeah. And he Dark Hold me too, so yeah, he basically is cooked now. Yeah. Alright, this part you guys have definitely seen before. Oh wait, no, I'm not even going to go crazy because I don't have a tuner. It's just going to be another Gigant. Birdman. Oh wait, I'm going to go crazy, yeah, because I grabbed that MK2 back, yeah. Yep. Yep. And then Strategist is gone. Yeah, so Strategist is gone, so I can't even go into a like Leviair or like a Leviathan or Zenmains or anything like that. So, whoops. It's just going to be double Beret. And then I get my Watchdog. Oh, that's the game. Yeah, I get my Watchdog because technically I can do tricks with like Watchdog boosting my Berets if I inflict battle damage to myself. But yeah, it was just a bluff set recharge. So a Soul would have punished him pretty bad. But yeah, he shows that he was about to draw into some gas. Yep, so it was good that I just went for the game there, but let's go to the next one. All right, next one's against Big E Soleil. Really nice guy. Oh, first person to lose dice against me? What? Oh wait, no, maybe it's second. I don't remember. Okay, so we open Arsenal Axel, but we actually drew Giano, so we can't float Gigant, so we just go for the Armor turn 1. And he shows that he's on Heroes. Okay, so about this. I hate going bottomless on Stratos, but I just... The deck plays like 7 monsters, so it's like I don't want him recycling his Stratos with Call of the Haunted. Even though I have 2 MST, he probably won't get a Call of the Haunted off, but like I just don't want the Stratos to go to the graveyard, period. And I also don't want him to like, I don't know. I mean, he's not going to set his whole hand and go Bubble Man and clear my armor through bottomless, but like I just don't want a hero in the graveyard for his miracles, basically, and his Call of the Haunteds. So I just say, you know what, I'm just going to bottomless this Stratos. Put you back a turn. See what you search. And yeah, he searches Bubble Man. He could have searched Alias there. But unfortunately for him, I have double MST. And I know this deck doesn't play hand traps because it plays Bubble Man, so this game is over. And he had a trap stun set, so he was actually trying to do something offensive. But yeah, this duel is over. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to fast forward this because you guys have seen this a couple times now. But this duel is mega over. I didn't even normal summon, but he's super dead. Yeah, this is unnecessary actually at this point. Okay, so I won dice and I like drew like kind of a crazy hand right there. Okay, game 2, we have Fortress, we set it in the Gozens, we still have Compulse, which is like not bad, you know, because it hits the fusions. But yeah, he opens Stratos, goes Alias, Dua, grabs Thunder King. So I know his hand is Alias Thunder King and he didn't want to grab the stun. So if he grabs Thunder King, it must be like the only other monster in his hand, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe to deal with the armor? So I could have specialed and swung over the Stratos, but what I'm going to do instead is just set 3, question mark? Yep, I'm going to set 3, because the Compulse isn't the highest value card. And I just think it's going to help ensure that my armor lives a turn, which is really all I want. So he brings down the Thunder King. I feel like I played poorly into this, I can't remember. Okay, so in the battle phase, I flip Gozen, which forces him to put a monster in the graveyard. Obviously, it's going to be the Stratos. And then he does swing at my armor. I don't really think that that was necessary, because why does he need to flip the armor? I don't know. Okay, so what are we thinking about now? So I could Compulse his Thunder King, set my armor, and then flip summon it, and then get cooked by Solemn Warning. I could pitch special my Fortress, force the Thunder King negate, and then set armor, flip summon armor, get cooked by Call the Haunted. Or I could just normal summon Arsenal, go into another armor, and then chill there, play a slow game, and then compulse his Thunder King, and then just completely maul him. Because I don't know if these decks play Torrential. So those are my options that I'm thinking about. And what I decide to do is, oh, this is a third option. Interesting third option. So I'm going to change his Thunder King to defense position, and then I'm going to swing over it with my armor. First I swing with my strategist in case of Call of the Haunted, because if I kill this and he knows what strategist does, which is like 1% of the Yu-Gi-Oh population, then he could Call of the Haunted as Thunder King, and then my strategist would die. Or I'd be forced to use a Compulse. And then I just tell him how it works, and yep. Now I'm going to set my armor, flip some of my armor, and he Call the Haunted's his Thunder King, and I'm just like, ah, fick, that's 6. So I can now synchro into a beret to force the Thunder King negate. It's pretty neg, because like look at the position after that. I have 2 cards in hand to his 3, drawing into 4. So yeah, that Call of the Haunted was really good. But instead I just pass here in the hopes of keeping my monsters alive via Compulse. So yeah, he doesn't summon, which I don't really get because I know he has an Alias in hand. I think he should have summoned here. And forced me to choose which monster dies. And obviously it's going to be my armor. And that would have put me in a really bad position, but he doesn't. And then he, main phase 2 goes into this Thrasher, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And then here, he overlays into Queen Dragon to Jin. So he, instead of sticking his Thunder King, which was a nuisance to me, he goes into the Queen Dragon to Jin, which is like an extremely greedy play, which telegraphs deck dev. I don't compulse here because I'm hoping that, so if he has deck dev, he might just fire it after the summon window is done, after he like confirms I don't bottomless it. But instead he sets this back row, so now I'm hoping that the deck dev is right there, but I'm accepting that I might just lose this game. So I compulse it right there in the hopes this is deck dev. Yes, it is. And I just narrowly escape, you know, a really horrible situation. Yeah, so anyways, what I'm going to do here is play around, you know, continue with the read that this is deck dev and play around bottomless. I'm going to search an Axel so that I have Arsenal Axel, and I'm just going to Black Rose him here because I don't fear Starlight Road that much, and Black Rose will definitely eat a Psalm Warning, but he also might have warning that armor flip summon right there. So I mean, maybe he wouldn't, maybe he would wait for me to synchro, but yeah, I'm just banking on he might have like Torrential Bottomless kind of thing or Battle Traps, and I'm just going to Black Rose him and go up cards. And he had Compulse, Super Poly. So now the game is kind of cooked. Because I just get to go into my Gigant. I also know his hand is Thunder King, right? Yeah, I know his hand is Thunder King. So going into the thing that's bigger than Thunder King just guarantees like I'm going to win. And I have a warning too. He draws into a back row. Doesn't look like it's a Fiendish Chain. And I think I'm just going to say you drew 1 card. So like, let's see what it is. He doesn't have a Summon Stop on the Soul. So I'm just going to kill him. Yep, so Fortress looking good there. Maybe that Thunder King slot should be more Machinas. Maybe Marcus knows what he's doing. I don't know. But yep, that's that game. Okay, on to the next one. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4. We're like 5-0. Did I miss one? Wait. I think this one happened like here. I can't remember. I don't know, guys. I don't know. These are all my games. There's 12 of them. Yep. All right. So I get paired into Sasha Egger. Incredible Edison player. And I know he's been giving REDU a try. So I'm really happy to see that. Yeah, we've actually been getting paired the last couple Edison majors I've attended. I've gotten paired into Sasha. And he's always obviously like a very, very strong player. So it's fun playing against strong players. And we see he's on Geargia. He goes first. You already know. And he opens armor. Oh, no, he opens Gigant. So I'm kind of cooked now. Kind of cooked. I open Watchdog, you already know. Thunder King looking sus as always. And yeah, he just goes like, you know, super good position. So here I could just hope to go Ryo over his Gigant. It's also my most expendable summon because setting the armor is not going to get me there. I guess I could have set armor, but yeah, it plays into bottomless, whereas this deck doesn't normally play into bottomless. So I guess I could have set armor, set 2, but I give him his second Gigant Search. It's like he's going to just like go for another Gigant because I expect he's on Pure Gears, which is like a very like good like welcome to redo kind of deck to pick up, which is what I assume he was playing. So yeah, maybe actually I should have. Yeah, actually let's pause this because I am trying to go fast, but also I do want to analyze the game. So if I had just, I mean, I know I'm in a losing position because if I set the armor, he's gonna draw to 4 and then search to 5, and I think he already searched a Axel, right? What? Why is this not showing? I'm pretty sure he searched an Axel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he searched an Axel. So the next turn he can like search a Gear Frame, which is risky, but he could search a Gear Frame. No. Then he can't special Axel. He could search like an Arsenal and then go Axel and then go Gigant again and keep rolling that advantage. And then I can't stop him from... I guess I could book the Arsenal if he summoned it. But why wouldn't he just search... Okay, but why would he search Arsenal, which plays into bottomless? So if he searched like Armor and then specials Axel and wants to go into another Gigant, that would be a weird play though. But if he did that, then I can't really... Maybe Armor set was actually a better move, actually. Because there was no way that the Thunder King was going to get through and hit that Gigant. Like bottomless MST is a pretty standard turn 1 set, so... yeah, actually, this Thunder King just looks horrible every time I play this deck. But, yeah, maybe Armor set would have gotten me there. Now that I haven't sat to look at this in a while. But no, because he had the MST, so D-Prison is certainly not going to get me there. But imagine this was a Mirror Force, though. That's actually what I kind of want to change this to. Because it's like, D-Prison with Compulse already in the deck, I feel like they serve very similar roles. Because, like, the cards that you don't want to Mirror Force, you could just Compulse them. Except for, like, Light Pulsar. So it's like, I kind of want to play Mirror Force. Alright, let's just pick it up, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we know that this is just completely fucked. Like, I'm so cooked. He does search Gear Frame. Okay, yeah, that was something I had feared. Obviously, I'm not going to hit this vanilla. Let's just fast forward, dude. I fucking lose. Okay, so here I am just gonna probably just make an all-in play with my Birdman. Ooh, interesting. So actually, oh, okay. So if I was gonna Black Rose him, I should have brought back this armor to have a follow-up the next turn, even though it's really slow. But it looks like I'm going for a Beret line. And he compulses... He could have compulsed the Birdman, but then I could Axel into Gigant, so this is fine. And then I just scoop. Yep, that was fucked. I should have won dice. If I won dice... Yeah. I should have won dice. But yeah, so we open Book again, and we have Judgment. We open this Thunder King again, and I'm just going to set them all with an armor. So this is awesome. I actually don't know how good Book is into Geargia. He opens Storm going second, which is really nice, but I have Solemn Judgment. Goes Gear Frame, which is usually good, but it's not so threatening when I have an armor, and I think I have a Deep Prison. No, I have a Bottomless for the Fortress, and I don't think he's going to summon a Fortress into 3. Yeah, he's just going to hope that he can Solemn Warning my armor, I guess. But when he says think standby phase, yeah, so he's going to go -1 with a Compulse. We love that. So I could MST that back row and then just summon my Thunder King. And that's actually not a bad place to be. but I just set my armor again. So if I'm not even going to summon the Thunder King in this spot, then why am I playing the Thunder King? Like, I think I need to cut this card. Because, like, this is, like, a great scenario for Thunder King. We know it's going to walk, we know it's going to hit over this Gear Frame, and we know he has a Fortress in hand, which is an Inherent Summon. And he's playing Geargia, which, like, wants to summon Inherent and search, so... what are we doing? Like, but that being said, I do have... 4 back row, his Storm is gone, and an armor set, and I'm ahead of him on field, so yeah, I get setting armor. So he makes an interesting play here. He's going to bounce the Gear Frame. Oh, he should have waited for me to say if I was going to warning this or not, but yeah, he normal summons it, and then tells me no effect, so he is on one fortress, I assume, unless he like drew his second fortress. No, he's on 1 fortress, and he's on the Birdman, so he's on Karakuri's, which is like interesting because that means he's not on Marcus Hayden's list, which plays 3 Gear Frame, 3 Fortress, or 3 Gear Frame, 2 Fortress, something like that. But yeah, anyways, he's obviously threatening Black Rose here, so I have 2 options. I can compulse the Birdman and then it'll get banished. And he has this unthreatening Gear Frame. Or I can just book the Gear Frame and nothing can run over my armor. So I think I just book the Gear Frame because I can run over the Gear Frame at 0 defense when I flip my armor. He sets now. We know we didn't have warning last turn. Yup. So we assume he just drew into the warning. But it's also possible because he knows I'm playing Geargia that he doesn't set it until I have an armor set. But, I mean, that runs the risk of I can go Gigant. But yeah, we sniped the warning. I bet he drew it for turn. Yeah, he drew it. He drew it too late. Kind of. So I confirm he doesn't want to compulse my armor again. So now, are we thinking Battle Trap with this? I don't know what... So this was the card that was next to Compulse, I believe. And we knew it wasn't a warning because he compulsed my armor. So it's probably not an MST. It's probably Battle Trap, right? Oh, it's Bottomless. Okay, that makes sense too. But Bottomless I kind of don't like in this matchup. So he does not Bottomless there. That's interesting, because this is like the only card that you can Bottomless. Okay, so he just concedes. Yeah, he was in a bad position. Okay, I opened my favorite card in this matchup, System Down. I've been seeing this card see less play, which is fine because I've been playing Geargia, but like, bro, this card is crazy. I'm like a longtime Karakuri player, like pure Karakuri. So I remember back in the day, the fact that System Down and Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon existed was like the biggest slap in the face. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why the fuck does a card like this exist? You can't even protect with Stardust from this card. Like, you need like Naturia Beast. It's like, why the fuck does this even exist? This is such a hater-ass anti-machine card. Like, imagine this existed for Warriors. It just said banish all Warriors from the field and grave. Like, would that be reasonable? Obviously not. Like, this card is ridiculous, but whatever. Yeah, fuck this card. But yeah, okay, moving on. He sets 2. I'm worried he has an armor back there. And I'm going second. So this is a bad position. I mean, I'm expecting that that's an armor, because I wouldn't just bluff set an Axel. But it could be a Watchdog or whatever. But yeah, so we just summoned the Arsenal because I saw that he kept in Bottomless, so I think I'm going to check for like Bottomless with this, and then possibly special my Fortress? Question mark. Yeah, he did keep in Bottomless. Yeah, so he has the Bottomless. It's not like I could play around that. I guess I could have normal summoned Gear Frame, But if he didn't have it, I really did want to get my armor down, or my GGX up. So I believe I don't want to give him a turn with this armor, so I'm just going to Special Fortress, and I pitched the frame. I think that's because I actually do think I think it is a live gear frame, but I want to have this GGX play in my hand, but I think this ends up being a mistake, because I think the more attractive summon is gear frame next turn. And yeah, I pitched my gear frame, which doesn't feel great because I'm actually not on one fortress. But he compulses, so we had bottomless compulse. So yeah, there was no getting through that without any spell trap destruction or Lance. I actually cut Lance from this deck, and Lance would have been kind of good there. Not really though, because I would have been able to keep my. Nah, Lance would have been good. Lance would have been good. Because I would have gone Gigant. Oh man, this is going to take forever if I think about all these. So I could have, if I had Lance, he would have bottomless my Arsenal, and then that would have gotten Lance, and then I would go into my Gigant floating. And then if he compulsed, I would get my Giano floating into my Axle. And then I would have my Fortress come down, I guess. Yeah, Lance would have been good. But instead, he gets to flip his armor, so we are cooked, because he got to flip his armor, and I have no traps. Specials Axle. Now here he makes a weird... Yeah, he just swings here. I don't understand this, because Giano can special in attack position, so he actually could have gone... If he was going to do this, he could have gone Axle for 14, which is 900 more damage. Or he could have, I think he's going to go Gigant main too, like double Gigant. So he could have just hit me for 1800 more damage. So I don't understand this one. Oh, so he just chills on Axle. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, why not just make this a Gigant, because it's not like you want this Axle to grab back the Giano. That's the card that's floating off your Gigant anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is the right play. I probably would have gone double Gigant, and then he's nice enough to tell me what I knew, which was Axle. The reason I ask is because I was like confused by this play, and I was like expecting him to go double Gigant. But yeah, now he hits me for less damage, so the system down hurts even less, so now my Psalm Warning stays live. I guess it would have stayed live anyways. But yeah, that is like a very crippling play when you system down and take away the Giano. Now they don't have any rank 3 access, and their Gigant will never float. And then I get my armor down with a warning, so I'm hoping... It seems like this isn't an MST now. And I'm hoping that I'm able to keep this armor. It is an MST, actually, because I guess it doesn't matter. It's not chainable, because he doesn't have another back row or anything that I would want to compulse. But yeah, he just makes this ugly Gigant play, because it's no... I guess it's not ugly. It's just, like, it's not floating. So it's not a bad play. I mean, it's definitely the right play. But yeah, let me just pause real quick. So... I guess I'm going to search a Giano or an Arsenal, because I'm going to want to go into a Gigant and then drop my Fortress, I'm guessing. I'll go Arsenal, because that can get to the Giano anyways. Draw MST. So I'm going to go into a Gigant. Mine will float, because I didn't get system downed. And then here I make this play to clear the Giano, and then I'm like, oh wait, I took away his Giano, I forgot about it. And then I don't set the MST because he might be holding Heavy Storm, and I want to have a way to clear his trap next turn. I do draw into a trap, which is really nice. Now I can MST right away, but there's really no point, because if it's a Compulse, it would actually make my Gigant miss timing, so I just check to see if it's a Fiendish, and then I'll have the MST for the Fiendish. I get my favorite, MK2. And again, it misses timing because he chainlinked to Compulse, so that was a really good Compulse right there. Wasted my MST, but at least I got my MK2 search. And here is like the most atrocious play ever. I fucking misplayed so bad against Sasha in the last Edison tournament. I just like looked down and while I was declaring attacks and I fucked up. And now I'm gonna do it again. And I'm going to forget to trigger my arsenal, which is crazy. And I'm just like, oh man, like that's crazy. But he loses anyways. And he did have Heavy Storm. Okay. Did he just draw into the storm? No, he drew Birdman. So he has Dog. Yeah. But yeah, that was the game. On to the next one. Here we go. Sicky. So I played Sicky earlier. He was on Chaos Dragons. This dude is always changing decks. Oh, let's not fast forward. This dude is always changing decks. So I've seen him play Inzectors. I've seen him play Windups. I've seen him play Chaos Dragons. I've seen him play Spellbooks. Shout out to this guy. He's just constantly changing decks, learning the format. Very cool to see. So anyways, I start with Armor. And I set 2. Even if he storms me, I'll storm him back. I don't give a fuck. But if he doesn't, and I get to keep my armor, whew, he's cooked. But he just pseudo storms me. He's MSTs both. So actually, let me talk about this. I was actually thinking about just setting 1 because I wanted to get my Heavy Storm off the following turn, and I wanted my Compulse to be chainable. So I was very strongly considering just setting 1, but it's like, what do I even need a D Prison for? It's specifically for Tour Guide into like a Leviathan. Or like a charge recharge chaos monster kind of thing. But yeah, I was considering just setting 1. That's all I was trying to say. So that my Compulse was chainable, but yeah. It just doesn't feel great, but I feel like I didn't need to set the Compulse there. Like I don't even need it for a Dark Hole because I have Arsenal in hand. But he just custom hands me. He goes MST, Tour Guide, Shark. Crazy. And Factory. Like MST, Tour Guide, Shark, Factory. And the last card is Rat. That's crazy. Okay, let's just skip this. This is fucking dumb as shit. He like stumbles through like a really weird line to like Zenmayo me. Yeah, this is like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. He runs out of level 4s here. I think this was supposed to be a 4, but I think he ran out. Yeah, that was fucking dumb. Alright, let's go next game. This was so frustrating. I was undefeated on the ladder at this point also. We opened Watchdog again, you already know, but we opened Storm. Can't complain about that. But yeah, this hand sucks. So we just set the Watchdog, and then we set 2 because I want to hit a Factory, and also he might like have MST again. So he opens Factory, yep. And he opens Magician, and I'm just like, well, there's only one reason to do this. So he opened Factory, Magician, Shark again. And I'm just gonna warning the Shark in hand because this Magician does nothing, but I am furious. I am furious. And then I MST a random back row in case he has Solemn Judgment so that I can storm his ass. And then I draw into Rivalry. So here, I could have synchroed into Stardust and set 2, and then that's kind of like a checkmate situation because he's not going to be able to clear Rivalry through Stardust. The reason why I don't is if he has a Compulse or a D-Prison and clears my Stardust and I never get more advantage than that, I won't be in a winning position. He literally has 1 card drawing into 2, and I have these 2 extremely powerful back rows, so like what could he even draw? He would literally need like Storm plus Rat, and then that doesn't even clear a Barreto. It's like, I'd rather just start plussing and get the Strategist out of my deck, so I just go Barreto. And then I basically give him 1 turn. And then I see I have Dark Hole in going first. That was a choice. And that's game. Okay, deserved. But But yeah, what the fuck were those hands? So then he goes first game 3, and he opens Magician Shark all 3 games. And I'm just like, bro, do I do this to people? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So I just let him do his thing. And this is where Gozen is weaker than Rivalry because these are both light monsters. So even though flipping Rivalry is super mean, or Gozen rather, I have to clear 2 light monsters, and one of them is this Pap, which is actually kind of good against me, and the other one's Shockmaster, which is fucking amazing. But I flip Gozen and he has MST on top of his Mad Shark. I Judgment it, so he can't do like Chainlink 3 Rabbit or chain another MST because Judgment's Chainlink or Spell Speed 3. And then I chain my Compulse when he Shockmasters calls traps. But I'm just in a losing position because I have the Watchdog for the 3rd game in a row. And he has double MST. Interesting. So his hand was Mad Shark, double MST. And he opened double MST game 1 and Reborn. Like, I'm just like, okay. And I just scoop. I'm just like, oh, and he had Knock. Like, that was his hand. What the fuck? And then a card he shouldn't even have it. But, like, okay. Like, let's go to the next one. It was so frustrating. But yeah, whatever. That's my first loss on the ladder. Yeah. Let's not show hands. I'm up against Big E Soleil again. And I win dice. Did I beat him in dice both times? Let's go. I open double Fortress. This is why I don't like the Heavy Machina package. Like, this doesn't really do it for me. But yeah, I open double Fortress, go straight into armor, and then I set the call? Set MST probably? Yeah, because I don't really expect the prison to be necessary because he's probably not attacking over my armor turn 1. But he opens card, so we switch decks. This looks like either, well, it's probably pure gear because Bam is probably not setting 2 unless he somehow opened double Reckless. But it's a Fiendish, so yeah, it looks like pure gear. And does he have the warning? No, he do not. Okay, very good. Let's see. So what is my search? I go Arsenal. I could have gone MK2, then pinned that. Nah, it's so ass. I think going double for Gear Frame is fine, especially with Call the Haunted backing it up. No, this is probably actually going to be a Gigant floating. Yeah, it's probably... Yeah, I'm going to swing in because nobody's playing Mirror Force, and I have the Call the Haunted anyways, and I'd love to know what his back row was anyways. I could have hit him for 25 more, actually, but it's kind of all in. But yeah, I go Gigant, grab the MK2. Now I'm going to set them both. Yep. I remember I misplayed this game. Okay, so it was an MST. And he hits the old one. Yeah, I remember I misplayed this game. And it punishes me to the max. So now he sets 3, which isn't that sus because he just got new cards off card car. So he drew 3 new cards. Hits me with a Fiendish Chain, which is okay. Not great. Not great for me. So I'm expecting I'm against pure gear. So do I just bring my Fortress down to hit over his armor? I don't remember. Because my options are that, or I can MK2 into either a rank 3 or just an armor. Let's see. Okay, I probably will just get... No, I'm going to go into a rank 3. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm definitely expecting this to be an armor. And I wanted to lead with the card he knew about, which was the MK2. But this plays into Compulse. So, okay, I guess I was actually just going to play a slow game and try to pin both of his back rows with the Soul while I shell up with traps, like kind of force him to come into my Soul. and pin both of his back rows, but he judgments the Silver Mountain. So this tells me he does not have Warning or Bottomless, which is very cool. So this is looking like a Battle Trap. Or Compulse. Like, if he judgments this, or Fiendish, like, yeah, what? If he judgments this, then this is a Battle Trap. Or a Starlight Road. Right? Or a Call to Haunted. Like, because Soul plays into, like, every back row, except for Battle Traps. Then I drop the Fortress, but he probably has... Oh, it's a book. Okay. It's a book. So he could have waited, but then I guess he wasn't confident he was going to be able to clear the Soul. Okay. But yeah, so now his... Oh, here's the misplay. I do not set the second Bottomless. Now, this is a big misplay because, one, the bot... Like, he has drawn a lot of new cards, and he just burned all his back rows, so I'm scared of getting stormed. But, like, if he storms me and makes a play, the Bottomless is not going to do anything afterwards. And the Bottomless is a pretty low-value trap into this deck specifically. But I'm just thinking, like, what is he going to do that's going to need me to have 2 Bottomless down and a Deep Prison? So that's what my thinking was, but this is a huge misplay. I for sure should have set the Bottomless here. But I'm thinking that I probably can't get punished, and I'll just check one turn to see if he has the Storm. So it is Geargia. He does have armor. This was all expected. He searches Axel. His Gigant is not floating, so it's looking juicy for a Bottomless if he's not going to play this slow and just set the armor again. So I just get that nice Bottomless off. And here, I would have loved to have Bottomlessed this Arsenal right here. Then he's totally cooked. And he actually reveals that he has another Axel in hand, and he's going to go float into the Gigant. So this sucks, because imagine I had the second Bottomless on that Arsenal. Whew, that would have been hot. But yeah, he searches Gear Frame and thinks about going Battle, and then decides to just go M2. Okay. He has the Compulse. That hurts. And now I get my Bottomless down too late, because now this Gigant is going to get another search. Horrible feeling. This is a mistake. He should have his first action should be search with this Gigant, but he summons Gear Frame, which I don't agree with. I have a Bottomless down now, but I'm not going to Bottomless the Gear Frame. I'm going to hope to Bottomless the Fortress. Now he searches. He should have done that first. Searches Arsenal out of the graveyard. That's also a mistake. He didn't need to take Arsenal out of his graveyard. His Geargia count in his deck is pretty low, so like he could have searched from deck and thinned his deck to draw more traps. And he hits over my Accelerator with his Gigant, which lets me float into my MK2, which is also kind of a mistake. He could have just bumped into my Gigant and then cleared my... Yeah, he actually could have just bumped his Gigants into my Gigant. And then we both special our Gianos. And then his Gear Frame could have killed my Giano. He didn't need to give me that Accelerator search. So yeah, he should have bumped, then Gear Frame over my Giano, and then his Giano would tribute Special Axel, and then he goes into another Gigant, assuming he plays 3 Gigants, which he's on Pure, so he definitely plays 3 Gigants. Yeah, that would have been way better. That would have been way better. Yeah, that actually would have been a really winning play. Then he drops a Fortress main 2. I guess he's respecting Mirror Force. And there's my Bottomless on the Fortress. I don't want to deal with that. And then I actually know his hand because he pitched an Accelerator, which is another wrong play. I think he should have... Yeah, he says he sequenced poorly. Yeah, I'm not criticizing him at all. I know that he asked me after the match for any feedback, so maybe he sees this video. I'll definitely let him know. But yeah, that was weird sequencing right there. And he's about to get punished for it. Because this MK2 is so gas, bro. It's anything I want. But yeah, I'm just going to go into a Leviathan, and I'm going to get my Giano right back to the graveyard. I do have an MST, so I could clear this Fiendish Chain, but there's no need. because I know he has a level 4 in his hand, so I don't want to give him a free rank 4 next turn. And anything I do besides Leviathan over Gear Frame is going to be a free rank 4. Yeah, I'm not even going to explain what I was just thinking. But yeah. So now I give him 1 draw. And he sets, and I'm like, did he set an Arsenal? That would be crazy. Or did he just top deck an Armor? And either way, I don't care that much. But I did want to kind of see. And it was an Armor that he drew. But yeah, I'm in a good spot. So I'm not going to set this MST because I already have an MST down. So if he does draw into a trap, because I know his hand is Accelerator Arsenal. I'm sorry. Arsenal MK2. Sorry. So yeah, if he sets a back row, I can M-phase space it. And then I can space the Fiendish Chain that's on my Gigant if I want to. And then if he MSTs my MST, I can chain it onto his Fiendish Chain. So yeah, I'm good here. But I decided to detach the second off the Leviathan Dragon because I don't need it to attack direct because I know my Gigant is going to get off this Fiendish Chain. And I'd rather just have the 3000 attack monster. Because if he wants to crash Zen Mains into it, or put his Zen Mains to crash into my Gear Gigant X, it's going to do a ton of damage. It'll do like 800 there, and then it would be like another 15, so it'd be like 23. Yeah. So he does make a rank 3 play. It is a Zen Mains, and this is another mistake. He should have crashed into the Gigant, but he crashed into the Leviathan, takes extra damage, and I don't even deprison this because he has now guaranteed that he's going to die. Because I know his hand has at least 1 monster, maximum 1 trap, so then I'm going to be able to MST his back row and then swing over this with my Gigant no matter what he pops. So that's the game. Let's just get on with it. I just kill him. Yep. That's the game. Oh, that was game 1. Okay. Yeah, Gear Mirrors can be very grindy. Very grindy. That was 20 minutes. Okay, I open another good hand because I have this Judgment. I'm just 1 piece away. Probably just going to set them all. Ooh, so I MST because I don't want him to blind space anything besides my own MST. Yeah, that looks pretty weird, and he did have an MST. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping to hit an MST with my MST, and yep, he blind spaces my Judgment. This is what I was trying to avoid. That's why I started with the MST there, even though it looked weird. Gonna Fiendish his Gear Frame because I don't want it to hit me, and go plus. And then I drew the piece that I needed. Man, if I had that Judgment down, bro, you were fucked. You were fucked if I had that Judgment down. But instead I have to just set my armor. But yeah. Then he has the knock. So I was thinking about going into a Gigant play, but it's just wrong. Because it just loses to every back row. So yeah, I just chose to lose to knock instead. I don't know if you needed to... Nah, this is fine. Because this thing's fiendished anyways, and the accelerator is pretty low value. Yeah, he should just go Gigant. I'm going to book that, which is a really weak play, because I actually don't have a way to clear that right now. So I'm just hoping to draw into something. It's actually a really bad position. But I do draw into something. Let's go. Okay, so what am I thinking about now? So he's not floating, so I definitely do want to get over that, and I am a little worried about a Compulse. But there's no way to play through Compulse, because he could Compulse the Arsenal, and then I'm so fucked. So I guess I'm just having to play around Blackhorn and just swing at it now. Okay, I go Birdman. I'm going to Black Rose him. Wow, that's crazy. And he did have a D-Prison. Damn, am I the GOAT? Okay, so we go even on cards right there. But I have the Arsenal. Damn, that was really bold. But yeah, I just was like going based off I didn't want to get cooked by a Battle Trap. Damn, that was actually kind of nice. And then the other card was Dust. Oof, crazy. Okay. And I do set the armor, and I leave my... I do set the MST. I leave my armor face up because he revealed that he's playing Knock, and he might play 2. Oh, whoops. He goes into his armor. Now I will go into my Gigant. I'll probably search a Guiano here so that my Gigant can float. Oh, I searched an Accelerator because I haven't normal summoned. Okay. Now I'll search an Arsenal, which can go into a Armor. Okay, maybe I just search an Arsenal because Armor next to Gigant plays around all the sideboard cards because he would need a knock for the Armor and then I keep my Gigant, or a system down for the Gigant and then I keep my Armor. And then Dark Hole, you still float. Oh no, but I'm not floating, so Dark Hole still cooks me. But normally you would have your Gigant float on Dark Hole. But yep, I just clear his Armor. He searches MK2 and I have good backup with the Compulse. I'll just go into my Armor. And here is a huge mistake. I played around the knock last turn and he held cards in his hand. When you make a read like that, you should always commit to it. I make a mistake and I set, and you can see I'm thinking about it. And I decide to set the Armor because I don't know because if this stays face up and I want to flip it next turn, then I have to overlay with it. And I'm not sure if I want to overlay with it, but that's incorrect. I'm good to overlay with it because I can just go into my second GGX and continue floating. So this is a misplay right here. I'm going to set my Armor, and that's a big misplay. I had the read on knock last turn. I should commit to the read. I haven't learned any new information to tell me the read was wrong, and the read was right, so it was a huge mistake. But he makes a bad play, or I shouldn't say a bad play here. He makes like a desperate play, I should say. Pitches his MK2 for his Fortress to try to clear my Gigant so I don't get another search. And I have the Compulse for that, so I'm getting another search with the Gigant, and then if he sets a back row, I'm going to space it, but he doesn't even have a back row, so he just dies. Yeah, so he's just going to die, because I just need to do 2,300 damage. I definitely don't believe him about Gores, so that's going to be game. Okay, I am getting tired, oh no. So I'm going to try to hustle Sicky again. Okay, what are we playing against? Oh no. Okay, we win dice. Damn, dude, I'm the GOAT. Okay, and I open fucking awesome. Fucking Armor, Judgment, Warning, Book, Heavy. What? This is a crazy hand. I wonder if I said 4. Yeah, I said 4. Okay, so I said 4 here because, 1, I'm trying to protect my Judgment. 2, the Storm is probably going to be low value because I wanted to get all my traps down. And yeah, that's about it. Like, have Heavy Storm. And he do. Every time I do this, they do have Heavy Storm, but it's okay. It's still worth it. It just sucks because now my Armor's gonna, or my Warning's gonna put me down to 2,000. But it's a high probability that I will, oh man, I'm getting tired. This is all like mostly one take. But yeah, it is a high probability that my Armor will survive a turn. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, he dualities after Storm. Wait, does he have... No, this is correct. Okay. He dualities after Storm, and he reveals he's on Spellbooks. And he also reveals he does not have Gores. That is good to know. I always love seeing that, because then if they don't add the Gores, you know that they don't have Gores. So he adds Wand, which is a really nice add after the... duality, because it like shrouds his hand, so he'll get to see 2 new cards and then I won't know what they are, and then he'll have a draw phase and see a third, and then I won't really know any of his hand. So he adds his White Boy of Prophecy. So I can Warning this, and that's what I'm thinking about, and hitting this with a Warning keeps him off his engine, which is really nice. But I really need this Warning to hit, like, the important cards, like, Priestess. Because if he has a Priestess, Wisdom, like... I guess it's not likely he does, because it would have to be literally his 4 remaining cards, or Priestess, like, Spellbook, Priestess, and he can't even do it this turn because he dualitied. So, yeah, I guess I could have Warninged this. Should I have Warninged this? Because hitting this with a... Maybe I should have Warned this. Fuck. I think I should have Warned this. Because this is not a nice card to hit with a Book of Moon. Because, it gets his effect on flip, and he would get his second spellbook search. I should warning this. Do I warning this? Yes. Okay, cool. Correct. Definitely warning that. He also shuffled back the Gore, so I know he doesn't have it. And there's no way he's going to drop a Priestess. Hell yeah. We know what we're doing. Cool. And I can hit him direct because I know he doesn't have Gores, and then I also know he doesn't have Dark Hole because he would have Dark Holed me last turn because he wouldn't have let this armor flip. So now I'm giving him 1 turn to draw Dark Hole, and I have Call the Haunted anyways if he does have Dark Hole. Okay, so he had the second White Boy of Prophecy. That's tough. But I'm hoping that he's gonna go for the power here. So if he here, I just accept that if he wants to Wonder Wand here, that's fine, and I won't do anything about it. Wait. Because I remember thinking I want him to Spellbook of Power this thing so I can chain book. But I could have booked right here, and I probably win, because he probably doesn't have the Gore still. I wonder if I should have booked here. But he does add the power, which is exactly what I wanted. Dude, this whole video is just like a Book of Moon compilation. Honestly, this card is so cracked. So he's going to have to end his turn. Yeah, he's just going to die. Alright, you guys have seen this enough times. He's going to die. Watch this. You'll never believe it. This deck plays 3 Veiler in the main, so he could do something, but he's probably not gonna. Yeah, so I'm going to do a lot of damage. That's all my... Okay, he doesn't even need to see it, yeah. Obviously, he doesn't have Gores. He shuffled it back off Duality, and then you can see I side. Not the best, because, like, that's the thing about the Spellbook deck. Like, there's no good traps against it. I thought that Blackhorn negated Priestess, but it's actually an effect to summon, so even that's not good. You can't even Chaos Trap Hole it, so... Yeah. Did he add Temperance? Banish Temperance, Breaker, Temperance, return Breaker. So he probably does not have Temperance because he showed 2 Temperance and he added Breaker. But Breaker's really good into Girgia, so that's understandable. But yeah, you can see I'm siding Macro, which is like pretty sus. It's like very sus actually. But like, I mean, you guys get the logic, even though it's like super sus. I just don't like the trap cards in this matchup. Like, what am I gonna compulse his fucking Breaker so he can pop more shit? Like, compulses Priestess so he can summon it again, like compulses Blue Boy, like what? It's like none of the traps are good into this deck, so I just went for Macro because I know he's on a million hand traps, and it will also kill his Spellbook of Life, and his Priestess won't have pops, so I was like, I'll try Macro. But again, Macro is very awkward with cards like Fortress, but I'm just going to bring the Fortress down first, clear this Breaker. And then I'm sure that I'm going to, yeah. So here I could have Reborned into a Gigant. That's so ugly. I could Reborn into double armor. That would be kind of hot. Because Reborn is like awkward in this deck because most of your big Reborn plays, you want to set the monster, so then it's just really slow. But yeah, I'm just going to set them both. Then he summons another Breaker. And I wait to see what he's going to target, because if he doesn't target the Fiendish Chain, and I chain Fiendish Chain and he chains Wisdom, he takes both of my cards. So he doesn't target the Fiendish Chain, so now I just have to let this go, because if he has Wisdom, he'll cook me. He'll go 2 for 1. And he shows that he do have Wisdom. He has Secrets, Power, Wisdom. This was actually really nice the way he did this, because now they're all in the log, or in the text, the game chat, not in the log. So that was very chill the way he did that, because it's easier to refer back to. Actually, it's probably the way to do it for spellbooks. But yeah, I am cooked now, because he dropped the Priestess, and this sucks. Searches White Boy. He's going to pop my armor. And I just force him to use his Wisdom now, even though it sucks. But the nice thing about that is that this Fiendish Chain will continue applying itself to his Priestess after this turn, but he plays the power, so he's planning on this Priestess dying anyways. But that's fine, because now what I want to do is, I'm expecting him... Did he add life? I assume he would add Spellbook of Life. So he has Secrets. So it's... Secrets... White Boy? Is that what I know about? Secrets White Boy? Yeah. And then, oh, the life was the unknown card he didn't reveal. But yeah, he has Secrets and White Boy, so I know he can get a life online. So I'm expecting he's going to try to get this Priestess back with life. So I'm going to take it from him. Yeah, so I am literally just surviving off of his card. As soon as he has Gores, I'll lose, but I won game 1. This is the best I can do. I just hope all he has is life. And he lifes his own Breaker, which is such down bad behavior. And then he summons his White Boy to get either whatever he's missing between Power and Wisdom, I guess, and then his... so he gets Wisdom, and then his other card, I know he has Secrets, and he gets the Power, yeah. So he has Wisdom, Power, and then he's boosting up his Breaker, because then he'll be able to search his other Spellbook of Life and then get his Priestess back. But I have the 1 out Book of Moon again. Oh my god, how does he keep getting away with this? It's so broken, bro. Yup, Book of Moon. So now the reason this is the 1 out is because if he chains Wisdom, then it won't get the boost from Power, so he can't chain Wisdom. But he fucks up and does chain Wisdom, and then he realizes what he did. But yeah, he gets cooked right there. Yeah, we'll just fast forward. And I agree with him. That's what I get for playing fast. That's why I try to like slow down a little bit when I can. And then I draw into Thunder King. This is where Thunder King shines. Like, this is the deck that it just absolutely fries. So I just say, like, okay, do you have Gores? Let's just see. He don't. He don't. And he did draw the Gores just 1 turn too late. But I actually drew into my Watchdog. So I did not special the Fortress because this was my plan. If he did draw the Gores 1 turn too late. This gets cooked by Valor, but even if he has Valor, he does have Valor. So even if he has Valor, though, he's at 1 card now, and my Scrap Dragon's bigger than him. So, yeah. He can kill my Priestess, his Priestess, but he literally needs, like, Spellbook plus life. Otherwise, like, go fuck yourself. And he doesn't have it. He sets 2. These are lies. That's a fact. These are for sure lies. I'm just going to go for lethal. Draws Reckless to try to get a Valor, I guess, but I'm just going to go for lethal. So, yeah. Cool. We're the GOAT. Alright, let's keep going. It's getting late. Alright, now we're up against our good buddy, Silent G. Shout out to Silent G. I saw him playing Dragoonity earlier, like a complete beast. So let's see if he's on it again. We win Dice? Oh my god, we're on a hot streak on Dice. And then we got our big fan, Floats One Mafia, in the Watchers. Yeah. So we open the sus card, Thunder King. And I think I do finally just normal summon the Thunder King. Yeah, I do. Because Tommy plays Heroes and 6 Sams, typically. So Thunder King is kind of a house against those decks, even though I did open Armor and kind of just want to summon my Armor. This is where you want the Thunder King. So I just want him to like Dark Hole my Thunder King, basically. But he summons his Thunder King. And I was thinking about just booking his Thunder King. But I don't, because I don't want to play into like a Battle Trap or anything. And I also was not that committed to that Thunder King. So I just set my Armor. Now we dualities. Imagine I have to call the Haunted, bro. Gets E-Call. Maybe the hack for Thunder King is to just play a second Call of the Haunted. Maybe that's what I should do. Bro, maybe that's what I should do. Yeah, that's actually worth a try. Sorry, I'm just getting so tired. Okay. So he summons Alias, so he's on heroes. Oh, but he E-calls. Oh, wait, hold on. I remember he plays so weird. I always am, like, confused by the moves that he makes. And it actually makes me misplay this game, because he's made so many weird plays against me, like, in tournament or in friendlies. So I never really know what he's doing. Like, he, like, I think I had a video where I played him in tournament. And he, like, made, like, a completely unnecessary main phase 2 Miracle Fusion play. And I was just like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? But yeah, he... Yada's... No, I think he duality'd, and then he Yada's, which makes no sense, because you would want to see the cards first and then duality, so you know what you want a duality for. And then I think with the duality, he added emergency call, and then doesn't play it. So it's like, you see that I'm on Thunder King, and then you add E-Call and don't play it, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I cannot understand his play at all. He also set double Yada, which is like crazy tech in this format. And then I make what you could call as a weird play. I Book of Moon his Alias on end phase, because I'm pretty sure Gemini Spark says that you have to tribute a face up level 4 Gemini monster, so I don't want to get sparked here. Now I'm going to flip my armor, check for Solemn, he don't have it, add Axel, I drop my Axel, here I'm going to misplay. Yep, I misplay right here. I should not have overlaid the armor. I should have overlaid the accelerator. This is a big misplay. Big misplay. And then I get booked. Yup. And I lose my accelerator for no reason. Horrible play. And here's another massive misplay. So I reborn my Thunder King instead of his Thunder King. I do this because this deck plays Call of the Haunted. Now, I already checked for Call of the Haunted when I flipped my armor, because he 1,000,000% should have flipped Call of the Haunted when I flipped the armor, and it would have been like a crazy cook if he did that. So 1,000,000%. If he's playing like correctly, he should flip Call of the Haunted. So I should have already known he doesn't have Call of the Haunted, and I already expected this to be a Gemini Spark, so I don't reborn his Thunder King, because I just don't trust the way that he plays, and I'm thinking it still could be Call of the Haunted. But it's a huge misplay. So I should have reborn his Thunder King, and then I reborn my Thunder King just to clear his Alias in case this is a Spark, like I think. And then I can just have the Thunder King up, because he also left E-Call in his hand, which like doesn't make sense, because he sees him on Thunder King. But yeah, he leaves E-Call. So like, I want to reborn this Thunder King, because now, even though it will kill my Gigant, it will kill his E-Call. So I get my warning down. And he sets everything, goes for Bubble Man, hits me with a thinking emoji, which is incredibly insulting, because like, this is the same play every game in Heroes. So I remember I was just like, I'm gonna warning this, and then he's gonna just have second Miracle, because they always do. But it's extremely unlikely that he had 2 Miracles in the first 10 cards of his deck. So like, you've got to play the odds, even though like, I've like Judgmented Miracle in Edison format, and they always have second Miracle. So like, I've been like very hesitant to do that, just because they always have it. But it's the right play. And of course he has double Miracle, naturally, it's hero deck. And he goes for Ab-Zero instead of the Shining, which is a little bit weird. But I guess it makes sense, because I have 3 monsters on the field, and he's scared of like a Compulse or like a D-Prison, I guess. Or like a Bottomless. So I guess it makes sense. And then he swings at my Axel. Before it's floating, I guess. And because it's a rank 4 body, and he doesn't want to clear with the Thunder King, because it's keeping my Gigant dead. And what I end up doing is I Fiendish Chain this Absolute Zero, because I want to be able to overlay into a Maze Stroke, set that Absolute Zero, and then flip my Gigant and get my search off and not go neg. So I Fiendish Chain it to keep my monster. And what does he have but third Miracle Fusion in 10 cards? The GOAT. And because I didn't reborn his Thunder King, he has a monster for it. So this was really fucking stupid. But he drew 3 Miracle Fusions in 10 cards. So like my first loss on ladder was Magician Shark Factory 3 games in a row against windups, and now Tommy drew 3 Miracle Fusions. So I'm kind of pissed. And yeah, this one is cooked. He plays another duality, so like if I had gotten to keep that Thunder King, yeah. I don't even know why I'm playing this out. Let's just let it play. This is maddening, but yeah, this is just so frustrating. But he's my buddy, so like at least he gets a win off this. But yep, I open Giano again, open Thunder King again. I just stick my Thunder King. And then he presents the Neos Alias Dilemma, where like people will summon Alias into like a bottomless, and then it's like, do I bottomless the Alias and go neg into Spark? And here I'm like kind of okay with him crashing into Thunder King. But it's heroes, so like this Thunder King turns off like legit like 10 cards in his deck or something. So I do decide like what is the probability as a 2-card combo opens Alias Spark in 6 cards. Like let's just see if we can deprison it. And he does not have the Spark. Pretty lit. So I decide I'm just gonna poke Thunder King in. This is the issue with Thunder King. You don't want to play any of your other monsters when you have Thunder King. And I don't want to put my Fortress down in case he just Dark Holes, which he does. And I didn't want to set the Giano as a bluff because I want it for fodder for the Fortress. But he has Dark Hole for the Thunder King. Then he gets to play his Rhoda. Gets to summon his Stratos. Hits me with the thinking emoji. This is like come on, dude. It's the same play. Like, it's the same play every time. So yeah, he just has double Miracle again. Oh, he does he not kill me? Oh, he has double Miracle, Psalm Warning, Psalm Judgment. Yeah, he's gonna win. Oh, what? This is definitely glitched. I don't play 2 Reborns. Yeah, the replay is like glitched. Pretty sure I have nothing in hand now. Yeah. So I just clear. That's supposed to be a Gozen. That's what that is. That's supposed to be a Gozen. I don't know why it's glitched. But yeah, he just has second Miracle. Yeah. Very frustrating. Okay. So powering on. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We are going to go up against King K. And I win dice again, bro. God damn. And we set 2. So I'm expecting he's going to be on GBs. He's over 40. And I think this guy is doing really well on the multi-day right now on GBs. And he goes set 3 into my set 2. So I'm expecting to get warnings here. I do. And now I'm considering setting my Axle, but it's probably better just keep it for the Fortress fodder, because it's like if I set Axle, then I get my armor back. I don't know, bro. Okay, so I just normal summon the Axle because I just want to hit him for some damage. Okay, that's fine. And I could have set 2, but I just set 1, and he snipes my Mirror Force. Looks like I made a deck update at this point. Added a Mirror Force like a man. Maybe I was just sick of Thunder King. I don't remember. Okay, he summons Bestie, which is kind of crazy, into 2 back row. So you better have something for this bottomless. And he has Torrential, Chainlink 2, which makes my Axle mistiming very hot. That hurt a lot. And he has a Hero Lives. But I will warning that because I don't want him to get the +1 with the Stratos. And then I don't have a way to deal with the Stratos. So I'll just set 2 back row. I think he plays Trapstun. They do in Edison at least, but he reveals 2 GBs plus a Dark Hole, adds a GB, and I don't think he summons it this turn, which is kind of bold because he's at 23. Yeah, he doesn't even summon it. I draw a space. God. Yeah, this is my issue with Fortress though, you guys see. Am I gonna Deep Prison Moose? Yes, sir. His bestie's in Grave, so... Oh, but that means he can Darius into Giz. Draw Mind Control. Okay, I put Mind Control back in the main deck. Interesting. Now, he end phase calls, so I cannot chain MST. But it's okay, because this bestie is hooked to that call, so if he sets a GB, I can just... If he sets a GB, I could MST the Call of the Haunted. And then he has a GB set. But actually, it's better to just let him go Giz. And then I'll MST his other back row and and compulse his Giz. And then he'll lose his GB in hand as well. And his normal summon that turn. So, but he goes battle phase. So I actually just MST the Call of the Haunted to kill the bestie. Now I draw second fortress. So I just say, I'm going to try to kill you right now. Because I'm probably losing. And it doesn't work, and then I compulse the fortress, because if I draw another machine, maybe I'll kill him, but like, I don't know, bro. Was that a good compulse? I don't know. But yeah, he draws into a GB Test Tiger, which sucks. Like, sucks kind of bad. I guess he was probably holding Test Tiger and then just drew the GB. Yeah, he just drew the GB, yeah, whatever. But he goes into Secutor. We've all seen this. We play enough Edison, but yeah, that fucked my shit. I'm not gonna lie. Because now he just gets to add back with the E-Quest and then go into... he goes into Hurricane Defense because he knows I have the Fortress, so he knows if I Special Fortress swing, then it's a good way to bump with this Herc. Does that mean that this is not Chariot? It is Chariot. Okay. Okay, here. So I just Mind Control this Herc in the hopes of him fearing I drew into a machine with the Fortress, and then I'll be able to Special for game. And I'm able to burn a negate, which is what I was hoping to do. Hits me for 3,000, then keeps a card in his hand to negate with Herc. I wonder if that was wrong. I wonder if I no, that was... Because now the Herc ends in the defense, in the graveyard. So now this is able to be called Haunted. Yeah, actually I should have Dark Hold, had him negate that, and then compulsed it back so that it's not in the grave. That was a mistake. Okay. But I draw Storm, and he just keeps setting back row, and I'm just like, okay, let's just win. He has Wabaku, but I still will summon now so that he can't normal summon a GB and swing. And I didn't even see what he drew, but yeah, that was game. Lucky I drew he drew MST, yep. Lucky I drew the Storm. And I'm lucky that he respected the Mind Control play there. Okay. We draw the Mirror Force again. Another Reborn. And we open Armor Axle. So here, I am facing a dilemma. So here, I'm thinking, man, I don't really want to set this armor into GB because they love defense position monsters. I kind of just want to go Armor Axle into Gigant. It's like, it loses to Bottomless and Compulse. That's my issue with it. So I don't end up doing it. I just set the armor. But yeah, I was really like, man, I kind of want to go... And I have the Reborn backing it up. I don't know, bro. But yeah, I really wanted to go Gigant right there. It just loses so much back row. I was just like, I'll just set the armor. And now, okay. This is so confused. Like... This is like my issue. It's like, it's so hard to get read sometimes because like these plays don't make sense. He swings at my armor and I'm just like, bro, you know I'm playing Gear, so like, do you just think that I lied about opening armor? Like what is the purpose of this attack? So I'm just like, okay, I guess he thinks, so either he doesn't think I have armor but really what I think is, oh, that's a Chariot. He has a Chariot, but it's a Call of the Haunted. So I could have gone GGX turn 1. And he doesn't even have Chariots, so like, why did I Mirror Force this? Because like, what the fuck was that play? But I guess he just didn't believe that it was armor. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But he goes Call of Haunted in the battle phase and then attacks it again. So I'm just like, okay. And then I get my armor search. So I guess he could go Murmillo now. But he goes Bestie Tell him to go fuck himself. Fiendish it. And then I guess that was the plan. He had a Soul Taker. I don't know. He didn't even need to Soul Taker that armor, honestly. That was actually kind of a weird Soul Taker. Oh, but I just draw fucking perfect. Did I just draw the Watchdog? Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna kill him now. Do you guys see it? I mean, you guys have seen it enough times at this point. Yeah, I just dropped my hand. And kill him. Boom, 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 boom. And then I make a Scrap Dragon here just in case of... I actually never watched this replay, so I don't know what he has. I made a Scrap Dragon here just in case of Wall of Thorns. Is that what that card is called? Ivy? Man, I don't remember what it's called. It's like a plant thing. Nah, he doesn't have it. Damn, his hand is crazy, though. He has Double Tiger, Reborn, Prisma? Bro, what? Oh my god, I was fucking cooked. Okay. I think this is the last one. I play against Ultra. Shout out to Ultra. He called me out at like 1 in the morning to play him on ladder when I was trying to go to bed. Shout out to you. I appreciate calling me out. Shit talking. That's what the rated channel is for. Good work. And he's also playing Infernity, which is cool because we never see that in this format. But yeah, he dualities for Inferno, which turns his whole deck on, and I assume that this is an Inferno set, so I'm not going to MST it, of course. So I'm scared that he has, like, Inferno set and Heavy Storm in hand, and he's just going to cook me the following turn, but, like, I'm going to lose to that no matter what. So I decide to set 3, and then I think right here he says, set 3 is crazy, and it's like, bro, welcome to Redo format, you have to do this. I was actually considering setting 4, but I just was, like, pretty sure he had Heavy Storm. And I wanted something for the following turn, but it's just because, like, he set 1 after searching for Inferno, so it's probably Inferno, so he's probably just going to Inferno and then Storm me, but I'm losing to that anyways, so that's why I set 3, even though I think he has Storm. But yeah, I could have set 4, bro, because I know you're playing Infernity. Like, I have to have my cards down. And here's where it's like, if I set the Compulse, maybe I would have compulsed my armor, but I have the MK2 anyways, so I don't need to. He has Tour Guide. Again, maybe Compulse would be nice on the overlay, but I don't want him to find his Archfiend anyways. Like, I don't want him to get his Archfiend out of the deck, because then once it's in the graveyard, it's accessible. Because Tour Guide's crazy in Dark Worlds and Infernity, because it actually finds their engine. But he goes for a Leviair to get the Sangam that he lured, and then I say no. So here I'm considering if I want to end phase MST this, and I would like to hold MST for the launcher, but I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure launcher's at 1, so I just fire it, and he set a barrier, so it's kind of a good hit. And I'm pretty sure this is an Inferno, so I'm not respecting it. I just swing in. I don't even think they play Battle Traps. I don't know what an Infernity deck looks like in this format because nobody plays it. Yep, so it was the Inferno he dualitied for. And then he sends the Stygian Surgeons, or Stygian Street Patrol, and Archfiend. So we know what he's about to do. He's about to set 1 card, play his Necromancer. So he activates effect, targeting Archfiend, and now I'm going to chain Compulse. So Compulse is going to be channeling 2, and this Necromancer will go to hand before it resolves. And then the Archfiend won't trigger because he'll have a card in hand. So even though he does get to bring it out with Stygian Surgeons, or whatever, what is it called? Stygian Street Patrol. It's fine, because he doesn't have the Archfiend engrave. And I don't think he can special summon... Yeah, I can't Necromancer into Necromancer. Okay, so yeah, he actually has the worst possible card for me, which is Infernity Break on my set armor, so now I can't do that. But at least he has no cards, so I think I'm just going to MK2 into like a Leviathan and just kill... I'm going to kill the Necromancer. so that it can't, because if I kill the Archfiend, he'll be able to Necromancer it back. Yep. Sets 1, but this deck plays a bunch of bullshit, so I'm just going to rush him down a little bit. Give him one last chance to draw a card. And then just hit him for lethal. Ooh, I wanted to see what he drew. Drew MST and Torrential. Oh, so I didn't summon the Torrential. Shout out to me. I actually never saw what he drew. Okay, and then you see the DD Crow in post board. So he opens 1 for 1. Gets this Mirage. Tour Guide. 1 for 1 Tour Guide. And Archfiend. Okay, so this is a very strong hand. So he's just going to Leviathan, get the Necromancer. Now he has 2 Engrave. So I don't know if this Mirage just needs to target 2. I don't think it needs to hit both to resolve. But here, so I know he's not going to do it until he has no cards in hand, so I wait for him to set his hand, and then I'm going to DD Crow and take away his Archfiend, so that it can't even activate, because it won't have 2 targets. And now his Archfiend's banished as well. Draw the Watchdog again. So here I just roll a die, because I'm hoping, as I have an MST and I just want to clear this Mirage, because I don't want him to be able to like Foolish or something, or Inferno or something like that to dump targets. Like if he finds like Inferno, if he has an Inferno set and he just draws, he can just pitch whatever he draws and then send another Archfiend and then Mirage. You guys get it. So I don't want him to have a break set that stops like an Axle over this. Because I don't even need to... Actually, I'm probably just going to summon the Arsenal, because Arsenal plays into Bottomless, whereas Axle just clears the Mirage. But I'm probably just going to get my Arsenal down so that I can go into my armor. And I'm hoping to hit a break, and I snipe the break, and yeah, I do go into Arsenal. And I just clear this Mirage, so the DD Crow cooked, the MST was fucking accurate, and then I get into the armor. Oh, no, I'm sorry, this is a gig and play. Duh, this is a gig and play. Yep, so I just have Judgment down. He goes Leviathan effects, which I don't know why he did that, because this doesn't play through Lance anyways. But I guess just for a little more damage, I don't know. Okay, here, I actually make a misplay. So, whenever you float Giano, it's very natural to just go straight into the Axle. But I have a Judgment down, and a Watchdog in hand, and an MK2 in hand. So, what I should have done here is just normal summon Watchdog and just Black Rose him backed up by Judgment. And then I have Warning MK2 and he's top decking, so I would have just won. But I make a mistake and I just go MK2 into Armor plus rank 3. So this was wrong. Yeah, that was wrong. But it don't matter. And you guys have seen this one before. You know what I do. And that's the game. Alright, so that is all my ladder matches. I guess I've just been tryharding with the Gear deck. I've been trying to make it more... I've been trying to improve the list, and like the more I play it, the closer I get to Marcus's list, actually. So shout out to Marcus. Obviously, he's put a lot of time into the deck and has played the format a lot. So it's interesting that like I'm coming to very similar conclusions to him. Yeah, we're still a little bit different. I think he doesn't play MK2, which is still crazy to me. But yeah, guys, you should join the ladder. I'm gonna keep playing on the ladder. Once I lose a couple more matches, I'll probably start playing more fun stuff. But right now, I'm running the ladder, so gotta maintain my #1 spot. But yeah, maybe Nugs will stop dodging me. I'll run into him on the ladder. But yep, That's all. I wanted to put this video out to encourage people to join the ladder. I put up some small prizing for whoever finishes first, as well as the Worlds invites that Pudding is putting together. So yeah, just post up in the server, join the ladder, talk shit, post replays, and it'll be fun. A lot of people have already started joining the ladder. You can see there's a lot of active players already. So yeah, check it out, and maybe you'll catch me on there.